On Global TV News Express, National Assembly orders re-gazetting of tax laws amidst alteration controversy. In business, Nigeria banks warn against holiday fraud at Yuletide. On the foreign scene, Sudan receives Italian aid amidst devastating conflict. In response, Kuti retains Eric's Cup. Ojumu wins first title in table tennis at 11th Elecris Table Tennis Cup. Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to News Express on Global Television, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Anieti Patrick. A quick reminder that Global Television, DSTV channel 365 and Star Times channel 276. Now the news in details. Every year, December 26th arrives quietly just after the excitement of Christmas Day. It is called Boxing Day. While the day is often known for sports, sales, or leftovers, it goes deeper. Sadia Yakubu brings us the details.
The name Boxing Day dates back hundreds of years. Traditionally, it is a day when boxes of gifts were given to those who had worked through Christmas, servants, tradespeople, and those less privileged. Churches would also open their donation boxes, sharing what had been collected with people in need.
The Boxing Day, in most cases, misconstrued to mean exchange of blows. And I believe that is the first notion that comes when it comes to the issue of Boxing Day. But far from it, it has nothing to do with boxing, it has nothing to do with the exchange of blows. It's primarily gifts you unravel the day after Christmas.
At its heart, Boxing Day is about generosity, not celebration, but gratitude. A reminder that after receiving, we give. Today, Boxing Day has taken on new traditions, but the message still matters. It's a day to slow down, to say thank you, and to think about others, whether through kindness, time, or simply checking in.
Boxing Day is the day for family celebration, food, good music.
Because I'm here with my family.
Okay, why are you here today?
I'm here to play with some of my friends.
Over time, the way we mark Boxing Day has changed. Today, it's known for family time, travel, sports, and modern traditions. Yes, yet the original meaning still resonates.
Away from the Boxing Day, the National Assembly has ordered the re-gazetting of 4 major tax reform laws amid public controversy over passage alterations, insisting that the move is purely administrative and aimed at protecting the integrity of legislative record. A statement issued by the House of Representatives spokesperson Akin of the Parliament directed the clerk to the National Assembly to re-gazette the Act and issue certified true copies of the versions duly passed by both chambers of the National Assembly. The directive follows growing public commentary surrounding the passage, presidential assent, and publication in the federal government's official gazette of the Nigerian Tax Act 2025, the Nigerian Tax Administration Tax Act 2025, Joint Revenue Board of Nigeria Establishments Act 2025, and the Nigeria Revenue Service Establishments Act 2025. Christian faithful in Nigeria have joined their counterparts in other parts of the world to celebrate Christmas, the birth of Jesus Christ, described as the symbol of peace and salvation to the world. Global Television correspondent Sadia Yakubu visited some churches in Abuja to track the celebration. Reports.
Christian faithfuls gathered in the presence of God to celebrate the birth of Jesus, a day of hope, joy, and thanksgiving for God's gift to humanity. It was a message of love, sacrifice, and forgiveness at both the Holy Trinity Catholic Church, Maitama, and Ekwa Church, Central Area, Abuja.
Well, today is Christmas, and Christmas is the celebration of the taking of flesh of God, God coming down to earth to save mankind.
On this special day, people come together with their families and friends, exchange gifts, and pray for peace and prosperity, as well as sing carols. Christmas also also reminds Christian faithfuls of the importance of gratitude for what they have and care for the less privileged.
Today is a very wonderful day, not only me, to the whole world.
We are celebrating because this day, centuries ago, over 20 centuries ago, we are privileged to have God so love us mightily, to have given us his one and only begotten Son.
Christmas was prophesied a long time ago through Prophet Isaiah that salvation will come into the world through Christ.
The sermon is wonderful, reminded us about the birth of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
As the Christmas Day celebration continues, the prayer remains for peace to reign in the hearts and homes of the celebrant. Sadia Yakubu, reporting for Global Television News.
Christians in Kano State have joined their counterparts across the world to commemorate this year's Christmas celebration, marking the birth of Jesus Christ. Global TV correspondent Idris Jibril reports that special church services were held featuring prayers for Nigeria's unity, peace, and peaceful coexistence among citizens. Jesus reports.
Christmas in Kano, Nigeria's center of Islamic learning and one of the country's most historic and culturally rich cities, presents the Christian community with a unique blend of faith and tradition. Across the state, churches organize special services and carol concert, drawing worshippers together in a joyful celebration of the season. Christmas is an annual festival commemorating the birth of Jesus Christ, observed on December 25th by billions of people around the world as a religious and cultural celebration. Beyond the decoration and festivities, the season carries a message that transcends cultures and beliefs.
The message this day, Christmas, is the message about the birth of Jesus Christ, the coming of the Messiah. This day is the day that I've been choosing for all Christians to celebrate His coming. So we are excited, we are happy all over the world. And the birthday of Jesus Christ is one of the highly celebrated birthday in the world.
We should respect our neighbors. We should treat them like human beings. Because we are created by God. We did not create ourselves. In fact, let me tell you, you did not choose your family. You did not choose where to be born. You did not choose your state. You did not choose your tribe. You just wake up and discover you are either Hausa or Fulani or Igbo or any other tribe. This is my message for our people in Nigeria and all over the world this Christmas. And I pray that God will grant us that peace. Yes.
For many Christians in Kano, Christmas represents the story of divine hope entering the world through the birth of Jesus Christ. For others, it serves as a reminder of generosity, family values, and communal living.
According to the book of Isaiah chapter 9 from verse 6 and 7, the Bible said that another name for Jesus is the Prince of Peace. So my prayer is that God will grant us peace in northern Nigeria, peace in Nigeria, because if there is no peace, there can be prosperity. And we need prosperity as individuals, as a people, to prosper. Because if the roads are not clear, you can't come here to interview me.
Amidst ongoing security challenges facing Nigeria, the central message from the Christian community in Kano this Christmas is a call for peace as a foundation for sustainable national development.
My prayer is that God will bring back the peace and security, especially in the northern part of this country. That the Lord will touch the heart of these insurgents, because I may not believe that the war can be completely won through military might alone, but there should be a kind of God should touch their hearts, to change their minds. Because many of these insurgents also live among us,
Kano State, known for its diverse population, once again reflects mutual respect and peaceful coexistence, as the Christmas season provides an opportunity for people of different faith and background to celebrate harmony and unity. From Kano, Idris Jibril, Global Television News.
Away from Kano, as the festive season, families in Imo State navigate a mix of joy and hardship. Our correspondent Amarachi Ibe takes us into the homes of two families in Owerri North local government, revealing how they celebrate Christmas amidst rising costs and insecurity. Here's her report.
Our journey begins in Obibiezena, where Patrick Sunday and his family welcomes us warmly. Despite the challenges of high cost of living and insecurity, Patrick shares how his family strive to keep the festive spirit alive. He emphasizes the need for government intervention to create jobs and improve security.
Well, celebration of Christmas is not just each. We thank God. We go to church to thank Him in the church. And it is not easy for one to live up to December, from January to December. He has made it for us to live up to December, so there is every need to go and thank Him wherever we are.
A short distance away, the family of Gabinus Umunnakwe shares a similar story. Limited income has reduced the scale of celebration, but hope remains strong. Gabinus appeals for policies that support job creation and provides relief for struggling families, noting that festive joy should not be a luxury.
We are enjoying it now, since we are alive. That's the first thing. Since we are alive, we're healthy enough. Let's look onto the poor masses, create jobs for the masses. My message to them is not about everybody should sow his or her coat according to her size. If you don't have a cup of curry, you learn from somebody who has. Help the person, or you borrow from the person.
For these families, Christmas is no longer about abundance, but resilience. Their experiences reflect the broader reality facing many households and highlights the urgent need for economic stability and effective governance. From Owerri, Amarachi Ibe, reporting for Global TV News.
President Bola Tinubu has reaffirmed his administration's commitment to upholding religious freedom and protecting Nigerians of all faiths from violence. In his Christmas message to Christians in Nigeria and across the world, the president prayed for lasting peace, especially among communities of different religious beliefs. He urged citizens to reflect on the teachings of Jesus Christ, whom he described as the Prince of Peace. Meanwhile, President of the Senate, Senator Godswill Akpabio, has urged Nigerians to promote peace, love, and unity. In his Christmas message, Senator Akpabio emphasized the importance of spreading love, kindness, and generosity at Yuletide. He also encouraged Nigerians to remember those in need and offer a helping hand. The Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Benjamin Kalu, has congratulated Christians and Nigerians on the celebration of Christmas, urging citizens to embrace love, unity, and compassion. In a statement issued by Livinus Nwabogu, Chief Press Secretary to the Deputy Speaker, Kalu described Christmas as a period of reflection on the birth of Jesus Christ and the values of sacrifice, love, and service to humanity. He called on Nigerians to reach out to the needy and promotes peaceful coexistence, stressing that collective effort remains key to national progress and development. The Christian Association of Nigeria, CAN, has appealed to churches to celebrate Christmas with wisdom and heightened security awareness. CAN advised churches to consider smaller gatherings or alternative worship arrangements where necessary to ensure safety. The association also appealed to security agencies to increase their presence around worship centers nationwide. It called on Nigerians to remember victims of violence and displacement during the season of goodwill. The Nigerian Labour Congress has asked Nigerians to reject any tax law that is distorted or allegedly falsified. NLC President Joe Ajaero, in his Christmas message, said such policies undermine public trust and worsen economic hardship. He called for a fair tax system where the wealthy pay their own fair share. Minister of Foreign Affairs Yusuf Tuggar says Nigeria provided the intelligence that led to the United States airstrike on terrorist targets in the country and formally approved the operation before it was carried out. Tuggar disclosed this a day after the U.S. confirmed it had part of counter-terrorism operations, and said that the operation was the outcome of the ongoing security cooperation between Nigeria and the United States, not motivated by religious considerations. President Bola Tinubu has congratulated former national chairman of the All Progressives Congress, APC, and political ally, Dr. Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, on his 76th birthday, describing him as an astute politician and accomplished administrator with over 5 decades of public service. Tinubu noted Ganduje's roles as a senior administrator in the Federal Capital Territory, Kano State Commissioner for Works, 2-term Deputy Governor, 2-term Governor, and his current position as Chairman of the Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria. The President expressed his appreciation to Ganduje's friendship and close collaboration at different times, his services to the APC, and prayed for good health and continued service to Nigeria and humanity. The All Progressives Congress National Chairman, Professor Netewe Yilwada, has approved the appointment of Yusuf Dingadi as a media icon and 14 others as special advisors and senior special assistants to strengthen. A statement from the AP stated that the appointments aim to enhance coordination, policy formulation, and stakeholder engagements at the national level. The aides are expected to leverage their experience and professionalism. You're watching the live broadcast of News Express, where News Express returns. Kuti retains Elikris Cup. Ojumo wins first title in table tennis at 11th Elikris Table Tennis Cup. Details coming shortly, plus business and sports on the other side of this break. Please stay with us. Welcome back. It's still News Express on Global Television if you just tune in. In business, banks have warned their customers to be wary of fraudulent activities during the seasonal festivities. The warning was contained in emails and content on their social media pages, advising customers to pay extra attention during the Yuletide. According to FishMe Confess, a purpose-built software as a service platform that improves employee response to phishing attacks, scams become rife during holidays due to the plethora of activities marking the end of the year. It noted that the methods of scams can involve criminals posing as trusted companies or contacts to steal personal information, credentials, or money via emails or messages that encourage victims to click links, provide sensitive data, or download malware. The Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyamo, has reshuffled critical directors in the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority, following rumors of serious corrupt practices by key officers of the Aviation Regulatory Agency. The reshuffle of the senior officers may not be unconnected with allegations of inefficiency and compromised oversight in the agency's Directorate of Airworthiness Standards. This comes as the Nigerian Safety Investigation Board on December 14, 2025 and December 16, 2025, respectively, issued reports indicating major aircraft incidents involving unscheduled aircraft. And on the foreign scene, the head of the alliance of Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger declared that the launch of a joint battalion must be followed by large-scale operations in the coming days in a region plagued by deadly extremism. Burkina Faso leader Captain Ibrahim Traoré gave no details in his comments after being named the new head of the Alliance of Sahel States, whose 3 military-led members withdrew from West Africa's regional bloc this year. The alliance, formed in 2023, Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger are the most affected, as the vast Sahel region south of the Sahara has become the deadliest place in the world for extremism, with armed groups linked to Al-Qaeda and the Islamic State group. All 3 countries have seen coups in recent years and struggled with overstretched security forces. Meanwhile, the Sudanese authorities have taken delivery of aid provided by Italian government amidst a conflict that has long ravaged the country. Workers at Port Sudan Airport unload 25 tons of aid parcels sent by Italy, which Ambassador of the Italy to Sudan, Michel Tomasi, described as the first phase of an much more bigger that will be followed next year by more shipments scheduled to arrive by sea. Zarau Nasiru has the rest of the story.
The aid operation itself, organized by the Italian Agency for Development Cooperation, continues as planned. The Foreign Ministry announced late on 23 December that Foreign Minister Antonio Tajani will not attend the scheduled loading of a humanitarian flight to Sudan on 24 December. Ambassador Michel Tomasi stated that the goal is to distribute essential items to the Tema refugees who have been adversely impacted by the conflict in Sudan.
This is the first phase of an operation which is much bigger and that will be followed next year by more shipments by sea, with the idea to support and bring assistance to the approximately 20,000 IDPs in the camps in and around Sudan.
While largely symbolic, ministerial attendance will have highlighted Italy's logistical role in delivering emergency supplies amid Sudan's civil conflict. Airport authorities, however, confirmed that standard cargo security protocols remain in place and that passenger operations are unaffected. Zahra Nasr reporting for Global TV News.
And in sports, West African champion Matthew Kuti has reaffirmed his supremacy in the men's game, just as regional women's champion Ajoke Ojumu also staged a remarkable comeback against Sukurat Ayigbalagbon to clinch the women's singles crown. It was at the grand finale of the 11th Elite Chris Table Tennis Cup, held at the Molade Okoya Thomas Hall, Teslim Balogun Stadium, Lagos. In the women's final, Ayela Agbagon showed her intent from the outset, playing aggressively and detecting most of the rallies to take the first 2 games 12-10, 11-7. Ojumu, however, mounted a resurgence in the 3rd game, shifting momentum with victories at 11-9, 11-5, and 11-6 to lead 3-2. Ayela Agbagon fought back to level the tie 3-3 with an 11-7 win in the 6th game. Super Eagles coach Eric Chelle has assured Nigerians that the team will continue to improve at the African Cup of Nations. His comments followed Nigeria's 2-1 victory over Tanzania in their opening match. Chelle praised the team's strong first-half performance but noted a drop in intensity later in the game. To end News Express, here's a recap of our top stories. The National Assembly says it has ordered the regazetting of 4 major tax reform laws amid public controversy over alleged post-passage alterations, insisting that the move is purely administrative and aimed at protecting the integrity of legislative record. In business, banks have warned their customers to be wary of fraudulent activities during the seasonal festivities. On the foreign scene, the Sudanese authorities have taken delivery of aid provided by Italian government amidst a conflict that has long ravaged the country. And finally, in sports, West African champion Matthew Kuti has reaffirmed his supremacy in the men's game, just as regional women's champion Ajoke Ojumu also staged a remarkable comeback against Sukurat Ailagon to clinch the women's singles crown at the grand finale of the 11th Elite Christ table tennis game. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and Star Times channel 276. And that's the news on News Express. Kindly follow us across all our social media platforms now showing on your screen using @Global TV NG. And that's it. I am Aniete Patrick. Thank you for watching and compliments of the season.